Heyo, Bobby D 11 here. We're gonna do a power rankings right now. It's a good time. I'm here with my good friends Jake Aaron, Superstar Fly, and Tyler Riley, Dr. Nefario. Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to have some company on these guys. All right, who you want to go first there, Doctor? Or what?
Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's
like
rip.
it.
All right. So, power rankings. My 10th team I got the Ravens. All right. They made my Broncos look silly. I know Teddy B got knocked out. Doesn't matter. I don't think they were scoring more than 2 touchdowns that game the way it was going. Even without a running back, they got the top 5 rusher in the league with Lamar Jackson. So, I think they're going to keep rolling.
Yeah, it's scary. You want to keep just going right up? Go ahead and go through the whole list, man.
Oh, yeah, sure. 9th, I have the Browns.
Oh, okay.
I think, honestly, the outlier on that team is Baker Mayfield. I just can't put him in the realm of like good quarterbacks in the league. He's not making many mistakes, and I think that's all it takes for that offense. Defense is carrying them. Held the Vikings to 7 points last week.
Yep.
I got the Chargers coming in at 8. Looked good last night. Scored all their points in the first half. They're starting to kind of click. Defense loaded. Bosa's healthy, so I got Dallas coming in at 6. I think their defense is kind of stepping up this year. Diggs is turning into a bona fide stud. Micah Parsons looks like a home run pick. We all knew, Dak Prescott going to be a top 7, top 8 quarterback. After that, I have the Chiefs coming in at 5.
Going hard in the AFC West.
So, they're beating the teams they should. Look good against the Eagles. Their defense does not seem that good this year, but I think, as long as they can outscore their opponents, they'll be fine. After that, I have the Rams. I know they dropped one against the Cardinals this last week. Defense is still really good, even though they gave up a lot of points, 37? But Matt Stafford is, unlocking that next year on the offense. So after that, I got the Packers. You guys be happy with that one.
I am.
After that first week, Rodgers is like RELAX, relax. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Defense is that just like the Cowboys, their defense is looking good. Their offense, the offensive line after that first week has been playing really well. Got a bunch of throw-ins there. Once they start to get healthy, I think they're just going to be that much better. After that, I got the Bucks at 3. Did not look the greatest against New England, but I'll attribute that to nerves with going back to Foxborough and the weather. Defense is okay, but again, just outscoring their opponents is their best defense. So, second, I have the Cardinals. Only undefeated team left in the NFL. Kyler Murray was my breakout player, as you guys remember from the first video. They're looking really good. Defense, so-so, but to be where they're at in that division, I think they're looking really solid. And then first, I got the Bills. They're second in offense, first in defense this year. Looking great on both sides of the ball.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm kind of with you and kind of against you on some things. I'm surprised you had Packers that high. I like it though. I like it a lot. You went really hard on the AFC.
Looking good. You throw out that first week, they're 3-0.
That's true. That's true.
Hottest team in the league.
Do that with the Bills too.
Yep,
Bills are a
exactly.
block punt away from being 4-0.
Yep.
All right. You guys liking what you're seeing so far? Feel free to like, subscribe, lay some comments down. We're having fun so far. Let's keep going. I'll roll right into mine. How about that, Jake?
All right, that works for me.
All right. So I'm coming in with the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys at 10. I agree. The defense is much improved. I like what Dan Quinn doing. I really made this list based on the injury report right now because I feel like there's a lot of injuries in the NFL as a whole. And honestly, the Cowboys, their defense is destroyed with injuries, and they still look good. They are fast. They are huge on the turnover battle. They're like +7 now. Like it's ridiculous. Like they're taking the ball away and they're not giving it back, and that's a recipe for success in the NFL. Not gonna lie about that. Then I'm coming in 9 with the Raiders. I'm sure Riley doesn't like that.
Oh, I cringed.
That one's a little bit of a push, but I really like kind of how scrappy they are. I feel like they're not really that hurt. They got some really interesting play designs, and that defensive line is really what gets you. The Chargers really took it to them, but they got down early, which they keep getting down early. If they figure that out, I think they could be a very scary team. So they're coming in at 9. It's kind of like that. Watch out for them. 8, we're going with Baltimore Ravens. Their running backs are destroyed, but it doesn't matter when you got Lamar Jackson. That defense it's solid as it always is, and I mean they are really hurt. So when they start getting healthy, they're going to be a scary team. So they're 8 now. They watch out by the end of the year. They could be really up there. And then I'm staying in the same division, guys. I'm going Cleveland Browns at 7. That defense is good. Baker Mayfield isn't, but they got the recipe. Run the ball, stop from scoring. You take the offense out of the game, they're a hard team to beat. They keep the offense on the sideline, the opposing offense, their team just out there burning clock. They're a hard team to beat. As Riley said, they 7 points against Minnesota. Kirk Cousins the week before was lights out.
In Minnesota, that's
in Minnesota. Like Kirk Cousins has been. I know Jake's not gonna like this. One of the most consistent quarterbacks in the NFL for the last about year. If you take halfway through the season, the end of the season, towards
consistently mediocre. I agree.
Consistently top 10 quarterback, stat wise, except for against the Browns. So something's going on. Moving right up now, I'm actually feeling like I'm lowballing this. I'm going Green Bay Packers at 6. At first, I thought that was kind of high. After listening to Riley, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I lowballed.
I'm shocked.
Well, I'm worried because we're hurt. We're really hurt with our top players are hurt, so that's where you get scared. So Jari Alexander, he's questionable. Z just had surgery like a week ago. It's Darius Smith. I'm worried about that. Plus, we're missing our 2 studs on our offensive line, Elton Jenkins and Bakhtiari. And I gotta admit, when they get back, we'll be scary. But right now, I'm kind of lowballing us because I'm worried. But I really liked Randall Cobb taking that role from MVS with him being out. And Kevin King being out, that actually just helps us.
Yeah, I agree.
So now this is where I had my top 5 teams, and I was just trying to figure out the order. And I switched these guys around a lot. I'm actually going to go Tampa Bay Bucks at 5. And the reason is they look shaky up against the Patriots, and I didn't think their secondaries. Who they got? Oh, they got Sherman now. He hasn't played in like a year. I don't really trust Richard Sherman at this point. So with that secondary and just I don't know, it's a tough team. I think they obviously could be reigning Super Bowl champs. They could be everything, but I don't think they got it right now. Then I'm going Chargers at 4. Chargers look good. Like straight up, Chargers just look good. Their defense is loaded, offense is loaded. They have a good roster, and they like that coach they got. Watch out, he's a good coach. I'm watching videos too. I like him. At number 3, we're staying in Los Angeles. We're going Rams. Rams at 3. Stafford's got that offense clicking. They can actually do something outside just play action pass. They play both sides of the ball. They're really good. But all in all, Cardinals beat them, so they dropped. They were my number 1 last week. Now they're my number 3. And I'm actually going Buffalo Bills at number 2. They look like the most complete team, but they're kicking the crap out of some not so good teams. So I need to see them go up a little bit of competition. And Cardinals are my number 1. I kept the Chiefs out of the top 10 because I do not trust that defense at all. I do not at all. They've given up the second most points. Chiefs are out of the top 10, believe it or not. Cardinals are my number 1. They are 4-0, only undefeated team, and they won 3 of those games on the road, one being the Rams in Los Angeles. That is terrifying to me. What are they going to do at home, especially when Green Bay goes down there? Week, 7? I'm worried. Cardinals, they just... I don't know. Like, coaching is much better than I thought it'd be. Offense looks dynamic. Defense is a heck of a lot better than I thought it'd be. And Cardinals look good, guys. I gotta give it to them.
I agree.
1. All right, I'm good.
Take it away, Jake.
All right. Number 10, one that you guys, I think you guys are still sleeping on. I've been talking about them all year. Panthers. They competed without Christian McCaffrey, which I think is a good step. And he's only supposed to be out a couple weeks. So if he's healthy, and there's no reason to think that he's not going to come back.
Honestly, with him out was the only reason I didn't put him in.
Yeah, and their backup is serviceable, but their offense.
They have the leading rusher on their team, anyways. Touchdown-wise.
Oh, yeah.
With their quarterback?
Yeah, Darnold. He's got, 5 touchdowns?
Yeah.
And so I got the Panthers at 10. Number 9, I have the Ravens. Even though their running back group, I don't know if you guys know who their 1, 2, and 3 running backs are. It's Devontae Freeman, Le'Veon Bell, and Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. For those of you that picked up Tyson Williams, I'm sorry, I'm one of them, but
same here.
he's a healthy scratch now. To those old fuckers.
Yep.
And then so Ravens at 9, and then I got Chargers at 8. They've played well, but I'm still not sold. Yes, they beat the Chiefs, but the Chiefs aren't that great right now. The defense, like you said, is bad. And I got Cowboys at 7. Cowboys, playing well, but I think there's definitely some holes in there, but they're definitely playing better, especially for a Mike McCarthy coach team. Then they're running the ball is the big thing. Zeke is back in full force, which is, as much as I hate him, it's nice to see. Because I think there's some people that questioned his ability. Then I got the Chiefs at 6. You got to respect Mahomes. I don't care how bad that defense is. And Mahomes knows he's going to have to put up some points, and he's not too concerned about that, apparently. Because, he's definitely going to throw it out there. And Edwards-Helaire kind of had a little bit better game than he had this season, which was good to see for them. Their defense, there's no bright spots on that defense. It's bad.
It's rough.
Yeah. And then I got the Rams at 5. The Rams, everybody was talking about them. But when the pressure was on, they didn't show up. They didn't really show up, and which was a shame to see in such a game that was important for sure. Oh, yeah. And then the Packers at 4. The Saints game, they did well. After that, and yes, they have some injuries, but I'm not concerned about offensive line injuries because whoever they bring in on that offensive line has shown that they can do well as long as their name is not Lucas Patrick. And then I got the Bucs at 3. The Patriots game, I'm going to chalk that up to Belichick just knowing Tom better than anybody else and knowing what they were going to do. Because truthfully, that offense it's Tom Brady's offense. It's how he wants it to be. And Belichick, no one's better than when you got a player like that. Scheming. I just think back when Jimmy Graham was in his prime, and he just shut him down. So I'll give Belichick that, even though his son is on some kind of drug, and I whatever it is, I want to know. I think he's getting drug tested. I don't know if they do that with coaches, but when he was sticking his tongue out, I'm not even gonna reenact what he was doing. I just saw it all over Twitter. People are freaking out. They're like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
No one knows.
Even the guy that tweets out when PlayStations are available, he was like, "What the hell is going on?" I don't think he knows anything about sports. And then I got Cardinals at 2. They've played well, they've played well in all their games, but a couple games weren't of the greatest of competition, and they I don't want to say the Jags game they got lucky, but they definitely, if they're playing anybody else, I think they lose that game. but they do have the weapons on offense, and they're playing well overall. And then I got the Bills at 1. I don't care who you're playing. If you've only given up 37 points in 4 games, including 2 shutouts, that's
impressive.
Yeah, that's impressive. And they are number 1. Their defense, and like I said, they're not playing anybody. As you notice, the Browns on there, and that was part of why I didn't have the Browns on there. They beat on some bad teams also.
That is true.
And so the Bills they've shut out those bad teams, which is what you're supposed to do, and that's why I have them at 1.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to shut them down.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. I like how we're pretty all over the place, pretty sporadic. No one's really the same, other than Cardinals, Bills holding up the top, which is probably how it should be. I can't say there's 2 better teams than them right now. Well, great picks, guys. I love it. If you guys liked what you watched today, feel free to like, subscribe, lay down a comment. You'll see us again soon. Trust me. Love you all. Have a good day.